Hey, Agata, why isn't there any beer in the refrigerator? I was wondering where it was, but to think that you left it on the table?
I was wondering what you were bothering me about during my lunch break. Is beer seriously your number one priority?
I said to put it in the refrigerator before you left for work this morning, right? Why haven't you done it yet?
Nino, didn't I tell you to do it yourself? I told you I would be busy this morning, so I said I wouldn't be able to take care of all of your demands.
You're the one who's been demanding. Are you telling me to put the beer in the refrigerator myself? This is how you talk to the person who supports his family?
You support the family? And what exactly made you think that?
Of course I support this family. As the husband, I'm the one who keeps his family together.
I don't know why you think that, but do you seriously intend on getting drunk when it's only 12 p.m.? What about your work? Just because you work from home doesn't mean you can mix private time and work time. It's inefficient, you know. It's already been 1 year since you quit your job at the office and started working from home, so could you please just get it together already? Because by the looks of it, you only get 2 hours of work done every day.
It's none of your business how many hours I work a day. You're not the husband, I am. Besides, I work better after I drink some beer.
You always say that, but you're always just asleep when I get home in the evening.
Shut up, that's just a coincidence. It has nothing to do with beer.
I see. A coincidence, huh?
And what about you, huh? You can't even put the beer in the refrigerator? What kind of useless wife are you? It's because you can't even do things like this that I have to take charge around here. Don't you dare put any more stress on me than you already have when I have so much to do. To think that tomorrow we're going to be having a gathering with relatives at my parents' house as well. You really are a failure of a wife.
I'm a failure of a wife? Then why does your mother always greet me like some sort of queen whenever we meet? Are you sure I'm the only one who's a problem here?
That's just because I told my mom to treat you nicely. I can't have her being mean to my wife after all. But now I see that I shouldn't have told her to be nice to you. Because apparently, you're not only useless, but you're arrogant as well. Fine, I've decided.
What did you decide exactly?
There's something I want to tell you tomorrow at the gathering with relatives. You better be ready for it.
Huh? What in the world are you talking about? Nino? What was that back there?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Did you tell your relatives anything strange while me and your mother were in the kitchen? I saw you whispering to them, and they've been looking at me strangely ever since.
Oh, that's what you're talking about? Yep, I told them that my wife is arrogant even though I'm the one who supports the two of us.
You were saying that to them? Don't you know how much I do for your family?
And what exactly do you do for my family? You can't even put beer in the refrigerator when I tell you to. I only told them the truth, Agata. I wanted them to give me some advice on the matter, you see.
Advice? What kind of advice?
Advice on whether I'm going to divorce you or not. And I've made my decision. I'm done with you, Agata. Get out of my sight.
What? Are you being serious about this and not just saying that because you're drunk? Are you sure you've thought this through and decided that you're going to be alright without me?
I'm not drunk, you are. And of course I thought it through. Why wouldn't I be alright without you anyways? My brother and sister agreed to my decision. They said an arrogant wife that can't even respect the pillar of the family isn't worth my time, and that I should divorce you immediately.
I see. I didn't expect even your brother and sister to agree with you on this, but alright. Oh, and it looks like you went out to go drinking with this brother and sister of yours, but I want you to come home immediately.
No, you can't tell me what to do anymore, Agata.
I'm going to explain the situation you're in to you carefully one last time. Then I'm going to decide whether to divorce you or not. Come home immediately.
Hey, Agata, you're being arrogant again. I already told you that I was going to divorce you, didn't I? It's no use trying to argue. I've made up my mind.
Huh? What do you mean I'm being arrogant?
Just because you pay for the rent, which is 70 euros a month, doesn't give you the permission to talk to me like this.
Huh? The rent is how many euros a month, you said?
I said you only pay 70 euros a month, right? You're the owner of our apartment, which costs 1,500 euros per month, but of that, my mom pays 1,430 euros per month, right? Which means that all you have to pay is a meager 70 euros.
What in the world are you talking about?
Do you think I don't know or something? You see, my grandfather was rich and he left us a huge inheritance. My mother was the one who received most of it, and she pays for most of the rent because you don't actually make that much money, do you?
Where in the world did you get that idea?
You were talking to my mom in secret, right? I heard you say to her, I can only pay 70 euros per month for now, so take care of the rest, okay? Even I can pay 70 euros per month, which is why I don't need you anymore. I'm better off without an arrogant, ungrateful bitch like you anyways.
Fine, so that's how you thought of me. Thanks for saying that, because now I won't feel so bad about divorcing you. But don't you feel a bit guilty for making your mom pay 1,430 euros per month if what you say is true?
I said she inherited a massive fortune from my grandfather. 1,430 euros per month is nothing to her.
I see. An inheritance, huh?
That inheritance is one day going to be mine, Mom's oldest son, which means that I'm basically the one who's paying for rent. So of course I don't feel guilty about it.
I see. Is that so?
Which means that I don't need a useless, arrogant wife like you anymore. I'm divorcing you, Agata. It doesn't matter if you cry or not. I've made up my mind.
I understand. To be honest, I was a bit skeptical about our current situation as well. If I don't have to pay the rent anymore. I'm glad. That's a huge burden lifted for me.
Yep, that's the spirit. The only thing you can do now is accept our divorce.
I'll be going home for tonight. It looks like there's no reason for me to stay at your parents' house anymore anyways.
If that's the case, then hurry up and pack your stuff because I'm kicking you out of the house.
Understood. But I'm not going to help you even if you come to me crying later on, alright?
I'm the one who's supposed to say that to you, not the other way around. Just hurry up and leave my house.
Hello, Nino. I put the divorce papers with my signature on it in the delivery box.
Yep, I turned them into City Hall.
That was fast.
I was waiting for the day when you would do it, and I would check every day if you had left the papers in the delivery box like you said you would. I was overjoyed when I saw that you had finally put it there.
Is that so?
That reminds me. I heard that you didn't go home to your parents' house. Did you move somewhere?
I'm temporarily living in a monthly mansion near my office.
What, so you haven't started finding an actual place to live yet? I bet you're too poor and have to find a job with housing now, right?
No, I'm not changing jobs. It's just that I'm going to be told which office I'm going to be relocated to next month, so I can't find a place to move into until then.
Huh? What do you mean, relocation?
I told the company I was getting divorced, and they said they wanted me to become the head of one of the 3 new branch offices. I'm waiting for them to tell me which one they're going to place me in.
The head of a branch office? You? You never told me that you were such a big shot at work.
Huh? Didn't I tell you several times already? You see, I was always a candidate to become a manager at my current office, the company headquarters.
What? I don't remember you telling me anything like that.
I see. Apparently a manager at HQ is of the same rank as a head of a branch office, so I'm basically being promoted, they said.
They're promoting you? Why? Can't even put some beer in the refrigerator.
It's not that I couldn't, it's just that I didn't want to and couldn't be bothered to do it, you know.
What? But if you were an executive at the company all this time, then you must earn quite a lot of money, right? And yet you still made Mom pay for our rent? Just how selfish are you, Agata?
Except everything you said about the rent the last time we talked was wrong.
Huh? But I heard you and Mom talking about how you only paid 70 euros per month and how she paid 14.30.
You've got that mixed up. It's your mom that only pays 70 euros a month, not me. You see, I don't even pay 1,430 euros a month. I pay a total of 7,000.
7,000? What? But our apartment doesn't even cost that much. I mean, it's not like a high-rise condo or a mansion or something.
I said I pay 7,000 euros in total.
Huh? What do you mean total? Do you have other houses or something?
No, it's not my houses that I'm paying for. You know already that our rent is 1,500 euros per month, right? But I don't only pay for that. I also pay for the rent of your parents' house, your brother and his wife's house, and your sister and her husband's house. If you include maintenance fees and parking fees, then it costs 7,000 euros in total per month. Oh, and I think I know where you got the idea of 70 euros from. You see, the parking fee from your parents' house is 70 euros per month, and your mother insisted to me that she pay it herself. You probably heard us talking then and got the wrong idea.
What's going on? But why would Mom need to make you pay for her rent? I thought she inherited a fortune from my grandfather.
I don't know where you got this idea of a fortune, because apparently your grandpa used up basically all of his money and almost nothing was left when he died.
Huh? What do you mean he used it up?
It means exactly what you think it means. You see, the amount of money your mother inherited from your grandfather could be compared to the winnings of a casual game of poker between friends. I think it was 50 euros or something. Basically just a small gift.
What? 50 euros?
But I heard that when you and your siblings were getting all excited about the inheritance, your mother told you guys that it's not going to be much, so don't get your hopes up, trying to put an end to your nonsense. Did you not believe her then, or something?
What? That's what she meant when she said that to us? She seriously didn't receive any money?
What did you think she meant exactly? Are you an idiot or something? Never mind, I already know the answer to that question.
But Grandpa was always generous with his money. There's no way he could have used it all up.
Actually, he did, precisely because he was generous with his money. Apparently, he didn't believe there was a point in leaving any behind after he's gone.
Huh? Seriously, Grandpa?
It sounds cool, but in other words, he basically just didn't believe in saving up money. Not only that, but of the money that he did leave behind, most of it is being used for your father's hospitalization fees, right? Your father was forced to use all of the money he had saved up for retirement on his long-term hospitalization. You understand that it's still costing money since your father is still in the hospital, right? Where do you think this money is coming from?
Oh, so Grandfather's inheritance is most likely used on its hospitalization fees.
Yep. Apparently your mother is now living on her pension plus a little bit of money from part-time jobs.
She was working? She never told me that. Why did she tell you but not me?
I mean, I don't blame her for telling me instead of her son when her son is like this. When your mother really needed it, I would give her essentials like rice and toilet paper. But while this was happening, your brother and sister who are so careless with money came crying to me saying that they can't pay their rent and that they might go homeless. They knew that I made a decent amount of money, so they pushed aside their shame and came to me for advice, in their own words. I think we both know that they didn't feel any shame when they came crying for money, although I guess I realized that too late. I was an idiot for not turning them away then.
Seriously? Even my brother and sister? But I never knew that you were paying 7,000 euros a month. You never told me.
I never felt the need to tell you. By the way, I don't just earn an income from my job at the company, I also earn money from my side job.
What side job?
Didn't I always tell you that I'm doing work when you told me to stop playing video games on the computer? That was my side job. Even if I had to pay 7,000 euros a month, I earned enough to keep the two of us from going into a life of poverty. I was able to support you, the home worker, who basically just lies around all day and only earns 8,000 euros a year because of it.
What, are you being serious right now? But I don't have any money. If you divorce me, who knows what happened to us as a family? Oh, that's right. I'm going to divorce you now, so I'll probably be able to receive quite a bit of money from you since you're rich, apparently.
Oh, about that. You're cheating on me, aren't you?
Huh? How did you find out about that?
I hired a detective agency because I had my suspicions, but how I found out isn't important. I already settled things with this other woman of yours and made her pay an alimony. She says she's going to divorce you.
No way. Why is she breaking it with me too?
I don't know, ask her. Maybe it's because I told her that you only make 8,000 euros a year. I intended on making you pay an alimony as well, but knowing you wouldn't be able to pay much anyways. So I'm going to compromise and agree to not make you pay an alimony in exchange for you not receiving any of my property. I mean, you were probably only going to receive about 26,000 euros in the first place based on my calculations. So it's a fair deal, don't you think?
But...
Well then, goodbye.
What about the money?
Three days after my final conversation with Nino, my mother-in-law cut ties with her 3 children. It seems that my father-in-law was being discharged from the hospital, and the 2 of them had already been discussing entering a facility for the elderly in their hometown using their pension. Apparently, my mother-in-law was furious at the 3 of them when they found out that they were making me pay for their rents as well. So she showed them her bank account to prove to them that she in fact basically didn't inherit any money from their grandfather. Apparently, the 3 of them were so shocked when they saw the little that was remaining, but then went quiet and hung their heads in despair. It looks like the 3 of them finally got what they deserved after all that they did, and now live in the utmost poverty, barely above being homeless. The partners of Nino's brother and sister also divorced them, apparently, and now the 3 of them live in a tiny apartment together. They always worry about what they're going to eat for the day, and fight over the little food that they do have, it seems.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.